Let's take a little twirl around the rink with a morning skate edition of the Inside Edge. Here are your hosts, Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.
Well, today we're at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. The Blue Jackets getting set to close out their season series with the Flyers. A huge game for both of these teams. Flyers, of course, trying to catch the New York Rangers and get home ice advantage in the first round. The Blue Jackets are trying to catch the Flyers and get into that number 3 spot in the Metropolitan Division and get a guaranteed playoff spot. At the start of the day, the Blue Jackets sitting 4 points behind the Philadelphia Flyers. Jody, we came here back in December, and remember that first experience here at the Wells Fargo Center. It was good for about 2.5 periods, and then all of a sudden the Philadelphia Flyers came to life. That was back when they were struggling. But it's funny, the season series between these two, the Blue Jackets have won both games in Columbus, and now the Flyers are trying to do the same thing here tonight.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at the situation at hand. The Flyers are up on the Jackets by 4 points. The Flyers feel that if they win the game tonight, that they pretty much know they'll be in the playoffs. You kind of get that sense from talking to a few of their players. Big game on both ends, and the Jackets are in a desperate situation. You watched Detroit win last night, a big game against the Boston Bruins, which is a big team, and you have to keep up. You have to keep the plan going. They got a big point the other night at home against the Colorado Avalanche, and tonight they're in Philly, and I'll tell you what, there's some hatred here between these two teams. So, big night here in Philadelphia.
Is it a good thing or a bad thing that the Red Wings get a win and the Blue Jackets now have to chase once again? Does that help to stoke the fire even more?
It's an interesting concept, and I like it. I think it's a good thing. I think that the Jackets have to keep it in desperation mode all the way. There's going to be no chance to take your foot off the gas for any little bit. And I go back to the game in Long Island, kind of very big disappointment, but it worked out all right. Since then, they've got their game on track. If Detroit loses last night, things don't really change, and you kind of feel pretty good about yourself. You wake up today, you're like, wow, we got to win. We got to keep this going. So I like that. I don't mind that they win. Now it puts the onus on the Jackets to make a big push here tonight.
Here at the Wells Fargo Center early. First guy out on the ice is Steve Mason, former Blue Jackets goaltender, and now, of course, he's a guy that's really found a home for himself here in Philadelphia. Not an easy place for a goalie to restart his career.
No, but it's an interesting situation for Steve Mason. He won some hardware there the year for Rookie of the Year. Took the team to their first playoff appearance in franchise history, for only playoff appearance. Had some success as a young guy, and then kind of lost his way after that year. I kind of feel that things he didn't really do it the right way, but he had success. And as a young guy, you think you have it figured out. This is a tough league, and you really never have it figured out. You really have to stay on top of things. Got away from a bit, lost his way in Columbus. When I was here with the Flyers, they asked me about Steve Mason as a person, as a player. They liked his talent. They just wanted to know if maybe that was a situation that he'd lose his way. And, I didn't really know him, but I kind of got what they were saying. He comes here with a young group, a group of guys he really fits in with. Jake Voracek's a familiar face for him. Claude Giroux loves him. Wayne Simmons. All these guys embrace him. They're the same age, so they've embraced him. He embraces the group. He wants to work for them. They want to work for him. So it's a good fit for Steve Mason, and tough spot for a goalie, but I think he's embraced it well. He's out early working with goalie coach Jeff Reese, working on his game. I think he gets it, and good for him. Good to see a guy get a little career rejuvenation, but hopefully tonight he has the worst game of the year.
Well, it's funny you say that because, ironically, in the 3 games that have been played, he has only started one of them against the Blue Jackets, and that was the one here, and he was shaky in that game. He gave up 3 goals in the first couple of periods, and then the Blue Jackets had the 3-0 lead, and that's when the Flyers erupted for 5 in the third period to win 5-4. But he did not look sharp at that point. Now, that was all the way back in December. You see him playing lately. I saw him against Boston the other day. Played well in that game, but he gave up 1 goal. There was one for sure that he probably should have stopped. Maybe 2. You might be able to go with 2. So, it's going to happen. The thing he has with this team is right now they're scoring more than some of the soft ones he gives up.
Well, yeah, and it's an interesting little ham and egg they have going on, and tonight should be I'm excited for tonight because this building can go either way, and if the Jackets can get out and frustrate the Flyers and their fans, it's going to work in their favor. And we said that before in other buildings, but here tonight, desperation. You can create disappointment in this building quickly, and I think the Jackets have to do that. And it's going to be an all-out It's going to be a war, I think.
And they have a lot to play for. Again, we had Scott Hartnell on our show last night, and he talked about the fact they don't want to have to go to New York and go into a series with the New York Rangers and not have home ice.
Well, yeah, there's a lot to play for. And listen, that lead, if you look at tonight, the Jackets get the win, and I hate saying ifs, but they do. That's closed the gap considerable. This is a 4-point game against a division rival. Put the doubt in the Flyers' court. Teams are coming. Detroit's coming. Columbus is on the way. So this sets up for a perfect thing. Perfect scenario for the Jackets tonight.
Jared Boll back in the lineup. This should be his kind of game tonight.
Yeah, this is why he's back in the lineup, and he knows that. This is a building that you have to come in and be physical in, and he's ready for the task.
All right, Blue Jackets and the Flyers tonight, 7 o'clock. You can watch the game on Fox Sports Ohio. Jody will be working with the Fox Sports Ohio crew tonight with Jeff Rimmer and Bill Davich, and I will be on the Blue Jackets radio network. That'll do it for the Morning Skate edition of the Inside Edge.
You've been listening to the Morning Skate edition of the Inside Edge. Come back every game day to get the breakdown from Bob McElligott and Jody Shelley.